What's up, guys? How is everybody doing today? This is the 24th live session. Ask your questions. Well, you will be able to ask your questions, but first of all, we will go through the presentation like we always do. And then afterwards, we are going to start with the question section. Alright, let me just quickly go towards the slide now. Let me put up my face. Now I'm watching myself 2 times in the screen, but anyways. So let's start with the nicest question right now, which I'm always excited to listen to. Which cities are you joining in from? Let me know your cities in the chat. Post it and let me see how it works. Bhai Re Prakash, thanks for your super chat. अमीर कर दे भाई बिल्कुल. और Parv Bhardwaj, yeah, Parv, I guess Harpreet was saying you have been asking some questions. Let me get to it once the session is done, right? And then I can like take up whatever questions you have till 10 o'clock at night. Alright, so people are joining in from Karnal, Srinagar, Patna, Mumbai, Pune, Goa, Lucknow, Amritsar, Jaipur, Pune, Amritsar, Rajkot, Guwahati, Chittor, Patna, Jodhpur, and again from Pune, from Dubai, from Kolkata, from Bhilai, Hyderabad, Chennai, Rajkot, भाई IIT कोचिंग वाले शहर से विक्रांत कुमार फ्रॉम कोटा, गुड़गांव, डी क्रस्ट मूर्थल, जीसस, सुहर्ष कंबोज, भाई डी क्रस्ट में कौन से हॉस्टल नंबर में बैठा है? फ्रॉम मेरठ, फ्रॉम कोटा. So that's interesting. Like a lot of people are showing up from Kota this time. That wasn't the case previously. Alright, perfect. Let's now start slowly and slowly. Somebody's from Mannheim too. Interesting. Ajay Sharma. Let's start with the presentation. Let's not waste so much time. And let's get on with that. Because I also need to have some time where you can actually ask your questions. So, today's topic is bachelor's, master's, or for job. Like, what is really the right time to come to Germany? Because I understand a lot of people suffer with this issue. They don't really understand, hey, is bachelor's the perfect time to come to Germany, or should I wait for master's, or should I come for the job? First of all, again, before we start, let me know if the audio is perfectly fine. Like, it's just my way to bribe you or talk you into like giving this video a like, because I have no idea from where these 8 dislikes are coming from, even though we didn't even start the video. Anyways, I think Dhruv's influence is going to stay with us for a long time. Alright, yeah, just give a thumbs up and let me start the video then afterwards. Quick. अजय दैया भाई, राम 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 एवरीबॉडी, राम राम भाई. राम राम वाली चीज़ चेंज करनी पड़ेगी. मैंने एक और यूट्यूबर देखा, बहुत वाहियात और बहुत टट्टी, राम राम ही बकता है वो पूरा टाइम. मेरे कीच मच जाती है एकदम से देखते के साथ ही. जोन सा ही राम राम बोलता है ना. अब इतना बढ़िया शब्द था यार राम राम, पर उसने नाश मार दिया. खैर, ऑलराइट, परफेक्ट. ऑडियो इज गुड, एवरीथिंग इज ग्रेट. लेट्स स्टार्ट. सो again, the target audience, because this is my way of telling you that if this video isn't something which is going to relate to your interest, then you can actually, like leave the live session, so that it's also easy for you to understand where you can spend your time and where it might not be so interesting for you. So in this video, the people who are coming for bachelors or who are thinking of coming for bachelors to Germany, they can feel a bit spoken to than people who are coming for masters or are thinking about coming for masters, and the people who are coming for jobs. So again, it is going to be a pretty comprehensive presentation, and it is going to deal more about the qualitative aspects of it. So what exactly are the pros and cons, because I completely understand. Yeah, because I completely understand that most of the times, the operative parts are easy. So, for example, how to apply for bachelor's, how to get the visa, how to apply for masters, how to get the visa, how to get the visa for job seekers, and so that, and like so on. These things are easy. Now, these things are the easy parts, but the difficult part is if you come to Germany for the wrong reasons, or if you come here and you don't really know the entire scenario, then it is possible that afterwards you don't feel okay here and then you want to go back or something like that, which I really want to avoid, because whenever you're moving to a different country, it really comes with a lot of strings attached. And it is really important that you really understand what you're stepping in for and like what kind of scenario might be the best one for you. um, right? And that's what we are going to learn in this video. So, check it every step if the situation fits you. This is a really important thing. That is something you always have to remember when we go through the bachelor's thing, through the master's thing, and through the job seekers thing. See which part or which point does fit you better, right? I'm like keeping an eye on the super chat on the side, so don't worry. I'm seeing some questions. If there's something really urgent, I'm going to answer it right away. And also, like, you can try to keep your questions more related to the present topic that is going on in the presentation. That way the video becomes just more comprehensive, and then anybody who watches the video in the second run, he can just, get the entire overview of that. So first of all, I want to start with bachelors because, well, these are the youngest people. How many of you are from bachelors? Just like raise the hands in the chat section, or like send a chat emoji, or like a hand emoji in the chat section. So for bachelors, generally, the main important thing is that unlike in India, where you still have to pay for fees, and private universities fees is a lot. So if you think about something like, Thapar University, which is in Punjab, you have to pay, I think it's more now, you had to pay 16 lakh rupees for the entire course. So it's like 4 lakh rupees per year. That's a lot of money, right? So the best part about Germany is still that the education is free. You don't really have to worry about paying the fees and stuff like that. And it doesn't matter if you're coming for, if you want to study your bachelor's in business administration or in accounting or anything else, all of these things can be covered. Nah? So this is really nice. A lot of people are here for bachelor's. Great. Perfect, perfect. Now, so that is like the main thing, that the education is still free. So if you need a point where you want to convince your parents why you exactly want to come to Germany or want to go to Germany, just tell them that the education is free. I don't have to pay anything at all, and most of the times, whatever thing is free really encourages our parents into supporting us into doing that. So that's the thing. Now, free education, then you have impressionable age. So most importantly, if you're coming for bachelor's, most of the times you will come for this language course, and then you want to do a student colleague, and then afterwards only you do your bachelor's. So the best part is, because this is a really impressionable age, maybe you're 17 or you're 18 when you're coming here. That is really nice, because any kind of new habits that have to be formed, or any kind of new experiences which have to be assimilated inside your brain, that happens very easily. So maybe if you have to behave in a certain way to feel accepted, or to get accepted in different kind of groups or something, you will know how to do that, and you will be able to fit in the environment more easily. So like, that's the best part, because you are coming at such a young age. Then the acceptance rates are way higher than if you compare it with bachelor's, because a lot less students come for bachelor's to Germany, and this is also the reason the acceptance rates are so high. Also, when you talk about the German taught programs, because most of the bachelor programs are German taught programs, and this is the reason why a lot of students, they do not think about coming here. They are like, let me just wait for the masters and then I can come for the English taught program. And the students who come for bachelors, they can use this opportunity. They can use this advantage that yes, not many people are coming for the bachelor's part, and then let me just use it and actually just come to Germany already, right? Then you have the opportunity of integrating yourself better in the society. So I know it is a big issue for many people, and for many it doesn't really even matter. For me personally, integration is a huge issue, because if you live in a country, if you live in a certain country and you aren't able to feel connected to that country, there is really no point of staying there then. So that is why it is important that, if you're coming for bachelors, you have the opportunity again to be better integrated into the society, to learn how to go out, how to drink, how to have fun and stuff like that. And meanwhile, you will also learn how the Germans actually study, their study culture, their work environment, the university culture, and so on. And culture is nothing but just a set of values or behavior patterns which the people of that particular group has. So maybe in the university, there's a really fun thing in the university. Instead of clapping like after every presentation, they like knock. So I don't know how I can show you that. Maybe I can show you here. So they will knock like this every single time the presentation is done. So that is something I found really weird when I started, because I didn't really understand that this is a real thing, because I thought, maybe people are just getting really lazy and they are not thinking about clapping or something. But this is the way you thank somebody for their time in the class instead of clapping. So again, like, these tiny things is something that you will learn at an earlier age if you come for bachelors. Of course, you can learn these things in masters too, but in bachelors you have those extra 3-4 years where you can connect with people and you can make friends and stuff. Because in masters, nobody cares. Seriously, nobody cares. Everybody's there to complete their 2 years, and then afterwards they are done. They can go and do their jobs and stuff. Nobody really cares about making friends in masters, because like that is pretty much the truth. So you have better integration, you have good jobs available directly after the bachelor's, which is really, really nice. Now, and you also become more independent and you learn the culture, like pretty much the exact same thing when I talked about the integration part. Now, the cons are definitely, if you are somebody, who is having problems with money, or whose family isn't like from such a well-off background, then you have to see, because bachelor's is more expensive, because the language learning is involved in there, and also because you have to do the student colleague part, and many of the student colleague are private. So those are the two things which are really important to consider. You also have to waste 1 to 2 years. So, first year could be just learning the language, and the second year could be like doing the student colleague, and then again it is possible that you have 5 to 6 months till the university starts. So this is something important that you have to take care of. And also, it is a bit harder to settle down, in the sense that because you are coming new to the country and you are still very young, many people take it very easily. So like my brother, he was completely fine when he went to Canada and he started studying and he started doing his diploma and stuff. It was really easy for him. But the issue comes when it is somebody else who isn't really as comfortable as going out or like doing things on his own. Then it becomes an issue, because then that person might feel homesick, or he just wants to go back, he doesn't feel good in this country, and so on. So this is something that you have to really understand, what kind of person you are, and this you can judge by yourself. For example, if you go to a relative's place which is a bit far away, and you can stay there for like a month or 2 months whatsoever, like without any kind of issues, without thinking too much about home or your friends or something, then maybe this could be something very interesting for you. So now, after we are done with bachelor's, I think master's part is covered a lot of times. Yes, this is also an important point that there are more bureaucratic things involved, and this is something you have to just take a keep an eye out for. From bureaucratic things, I mean, this. First of all, the visa isn't like simple like in masters. In masters, you have the unconditional admit. You can just directly come here and study. For bachelors, many a times when you come to Germany with conditional admits, it can cause some more problems, which isn't really that great. Now, but for masters, the funny part is the free education is the scenario, but then afterwards you also have the bureaucratic parts, which is actually really really less. So we just got a live super chat. Thanks a lot, Comedy. Let me just address it and move forward afterwards. So Comedy is asking 6.82 grade in BTech CSE, 5.5 in IELTS. Can I get machine learning course for MS? Please give me some information about getting admission. So Comedy 6.82 grade isn't that great. At least 7.5 is necessary, or at least something that I would suggest if you have no work experience whatsoever. 5.5 IELTS is also not good. You need to have 6.5 at least. So these two things are the ones that you absolutely have to take care of. Otherwise, I wouldn't recommend you to move further. All right, with that out of the way, let's get started again with the rest of the presentation. So again, you have free education, which is really nice. You have less bureaucratic things. Now, so you don't need hundreds of documents to apply for masters. It can be done very easily. Then you have less number of documents required. So most of the times, whenever you are applying for masters, the number of documents that you need are very less. So it is just your IELTS certificate, it's your transcripts, it's your bachelor's degree, and then it could be your school leaving certificate, but that's almost where things end. Okay, you have some SOP, you have some LOR, you have CV and so on, but that's pretty much where things end. Okay, so again, you don't have to waste years to be able to study in Germany, which you actually have to do when you're coming for bachelor's, because there you have to spend at least like 1 year or 2 year either in Studienkolleg or in Studienkolleg and the language course, right? So this is something which is very important. Then also in masters, you bring with yourself some maturity, some kind of maturity to actually take decisions when you're abroad. Most of the times I see this issue in the bachelors that because we haven't been taught how to be independent by the professors, nobody cares, nobody tells us how to actually research on your own. They are like, this is the assignment, this is the homework, just get it done with. And I never really appreciated that part. So that's why I'm saying that if you're coming for masters, like you have some kind of sorry yeah, so like when you're coming for masters, it is important that you bring some kind of flexibility, that you bring some kind of maturity level to whatever decisions you have to make here, because here nobody is going to teach you about how to do the research on your own and stuff like that. In that case, I find bachelor's is way better, because you actually grow with the university. You grow how the professors teach you, what kind of studying techniques they tell you, what kind of assignment submissions they expect from you, and so on. So this is again something which is really important, that you have the maturity to take decisions, and you also have higher qualification when you want to work in some different companies. Then comes the blue card part, that if you have your masters, because you are more qualified, you have more chances to be able to get the blue card, which has this limit of $53,000, or I don't know, 53,000 euros per year. And above that, the people who are not from the STEM field, they should be earning 53,000, more than 53,000 euros per year, and then they can get a blue card. And with masters, it is like more easy. The cons are that yes, for masters it's already a bit late, that maybe you are already 27, 28, so it might not be as easy for you to actually settle down in a completely new country. But again, it's really individual. And also, because you have done your masters, you already have a specification, so if you want to change into something, it could be a bit difficult. Then also, German is really necessary if you want to get better jobs. This is something that you have to understand, hands down, no questions. um, so again, this is the more important part. Now for jobs, I think like this is really interesting. Can I get a hands or like a hands raise in the chat section for the people who are coming for jobs or who want to come for a job seeker visa? All right. So the pros is that, first of all, you start earning directly. And that's the best part, that you don't really have to worry at all that you are going to take some time out. You need to find some kind of part-time job or something like that. You come here on your job seeker visa, you find a job and you start earning directly. Then also, more experience means more salary, which is really nice. Lavkesh Sharma, greetings from Choturam University. Nice. Alright, interesting. We got another super chat. Let me address that real quick. So Ashutosh Anand is asking if my PhD, first of all, thanks for your super chat. If my PhD is from India, from biological sciences, how to get into postdoctoral studies in Germany? So here's the thing, Ashutosh, of course, you can always try these other websites, which are like DAD, of course. You can always go to the DAD section, and then you can go to international database, and then you can search the PhD programs, and you can see how you can, not PhD, like right now you have done PhD already. In that case, there are some other institutes like Max Planck. Now you have Max Planck institutes. They have offered most of the postdoc positions. What you can also do is, there's the Fraunhofer Institute. They also offer postdoc places. So again, you have to search on the website itself. There's really no work around it. And another really good website which I can definitely recommend to you, and I'm going to post it here, is the researchingermany.org. It is going to tell you most of the information that you need about postdoc, and for that you can go here now, and then you can just find more options about how you can go for the postdoc part and what are the different parts and so on. All right then, let's get back to it. So you have more experience when you're coming for jobs. That means you can earn more salary. Like, that is really common sense, not something that you have to put logics inside. Then also you have a easy application for blue card, because you have more chances that you're earning more, right? What else? Liberal immigration laws, and that is also really nice, especially like after the recent bills that has been passed. I think the discussion happened in late September or early August, and the German government, the Jamaica coalition, which they say, like, these are three different parties which came together to form this coalition with which Germany is actually running right now. They came together to just agree on liberal immigration laws for highly qualified people and the people who are coming for jobs, who have generally their bachelors or they have their masters. It is going to be easy for them to actually get a permanent residency afterwards. There's higher negotiability too, because you're coming for your masters, or like after your masters you're coming for your job whatsoever. And because you have experience, because you have work qualifications, it is going to be easier for you to be actually able to just have a better negotiation about the costs. So Alokik Singh is asking how much will it cost. So for job search visa, again, the fun part is it is almost the same like you would spend in masters or bachelors, but on a monthly basis. That means 720 euros per month has to be put into the blocked account, and then afterwards you can just directly, come apply for the visa. And then every single month the blocked account service which you opted for is going to put 720 euros in your private bank account. And that is pretty much the major requirement when you're coming for your jobs. Then, but again, this is only for the time till you are able to find a job, like till you're finding a job. Once you have found a job, then it's completely fine, you don't have to worry about anything. So again, for finding jobs, you have the job seeker visa. If you aren't able to find jobs from India, because that happens most of the times, the connection or like the e-recruitment procedure, which is like the electronic recruitment procedure, isn't as personal as it would be otherwise when you're here and you will have interviews with different companies and so on. So like this is something that you should like definitely really remember. The smaller and the medium enterprises, they do not have like huge EHRM these platforms in place. So it is still viable for you that if you talk to these companies one on one, it is possible that they are actually able to provide you some kind of leads, or they are able to take your interview, which is extremely important. Because once you have the interview, then being able to persuade them is easy, but like getting an interview at all, that is like the difficult part. Then cons, no, you have, first of all, if you have the family, if you have a family, it is going to be difficult to adjust the family in this new country, right? And also like the culture is completely different. That means if you're looking for the job, or like if you're looking for the schools for your children, then it is going to be a bit more difficult. And if you're going for international schools, then that is going to cost you a bit more. So the whole family will have to adapt to this new culture. But again, if you're just coming single, then I don't think you really need to worry about this part. And I think this is a really important question, and something that everybody should really understand, that is the risk worth the award. So like maybe in India, you have a really good paying job. Maybe you're earning, I don't know, 80,000, 60,000 euros, rupees per month. And then you are also living in a decent city, not something like in Bangalore where you have a lot of expenses. Everything is really, really expensive. No, so like you just have to weigh what kind of risks you have right now. And then you have to see if coming to Germany would really be worth it. Because if you just want to come to Germany to earn a lot of money, I don't think Germany is the right place. And I'm like seriously telling you that. Because in Germany, you have a lot of taxes. Like you have really good social life, and you have a really good social contribution system. You have all of the different taxes in place so that they can actually provide some value back to the audience. No, not to the audience, to the public. So, which is something that I personally really like, right? So you just have to see. You just have to see if your whole move from India to Germany would actually be worth it. If it is, if you still think that yes, it is going to be something which is really important for me, that I completely understand. But if not, then you just should really talk to your family, talk to your friends, see what kind of opinions they have, and just move forward with your own option. Thanks a lot, Gaurav, for your super chat. Appreciate it. Okay then. Now again, this is regarding the personal appointments, and I was getting these messages on my Instagram, like what is the time? Is it the standard European time, or is it this Indian standard time? So you can book appointments on my website from now on in case you want to discuss your doubts or something. And all of the timings are actually in the Central European time. So just be careful when you're actually doing that when you're actually booking an appointment. No, and again, like all of these are paid appointments, so like don't get surprised when you go there and you see a price on that. So now is the time when it starts, when you can start asking your questions right away. I'm waiting for you, and let's do that. Let's start asking. Let's start responding. You start asking, I start responding. All right, rapid fire round. You have another 30 minutes to just keep posting your questions, and then afterwards, once we are done with the questions, I have some really important announcement to make. Um all right, Chinmay Khedkar is asking, is TOEFL score valid? Yes, Chinmay, TOEFL is also valid. IELTS is also valid. The medium of instruction certificate is also valid. You just have to see what kind of university you're applying to and what kind of requirements they have. So Abdul Jalil Zadran is asking, what about Gizma Business School? So Abdul, I personally don't know anybody from Gizma, but the people that who like the people whom we have in our Facebook group, they don't have any kind of good experiences with that. Daniel George is asking, Aufnahme in India, please explain the process. So Daniel, it's nothing different. Like, it's just a private institute taking an exam in India for acceptance in the student colleague. The only student colleague which has been doing this till now is the student colleague of Hamburg. No other student colleague, at least I don't know personally any of them who are doing that. So now we have 29 minutes left. Keep asking your questions. Dholaria Dhruvil is asking, I have 5 backlogs in BSc Biotech, but now it's solved with good marks. Those all are solved backlog. Okay. Are backlogs counted in Germany for admission process? 7 GPA, but backlogs show in transcript. Can I get admission? Okay. So, Dholaria Dhruvil, the funny part is most of the times they do not care in how many trials you pass the subject. They do care with what grades you pass the subject. 7 CGPA is still not that insanely great, but because it is biotech, who knows, maybe the demand is less and you might get insight with that. For that, you can watch the video about profile evaluation where you can find more information there. Alright, Om Agarwal is asking, hey Bharat, for Aufnahmeprüfung, it will be better if you prepare for that from India rather than from Germany in a private institution as they charge a lot. So, I again forgot. Yeah. So here's the thing. Most of the times, it's really important that you understand that what they are trying to teach you in the student colleague is something which is the whole summary of the German school syllabus in the entire 2 to 3 or 2 to 3 last year. So for example, from the 10th grade till the 13th grade, they are going to teach you all of those subjects and stuff, and that's why it is really important that you actually go through the process and you study in the institute there. But if you think you can do it by yourself in India too, then I don't think this is something that you should be worried about, because giving the Aufnahmeprüfung either in India or abroad, it's like almost a similar thing. You will still be doing the student colleague afterwards, right? So don't worry too much about it. Narendra Singh Bhatti, he's asking, how are you, Narendra? It's been a long time. If we want to take German University of Applied Sciences bachelor's degree, we can get direct admission from first year engineering setup from India. Yes, that's true, Narendra. Okay. Bhubaneswar Upadhyay, sir, should we come there for language courses? So Bhubaneswar, I don't really recommend that because it is costlier. It is way more costlier then whatever you will pay for when you're studying in India. So like this is something that you have to keep in mind. In India, maybe for example, this language institute, which is Language Pantheon in New Delhi, with them you can just learn German up to B2, I think, in 2 months or 2.5 months, and you will just pay, I think, like in total 40,000 rupees. That means like 10,000 rupees per level, which is absolutely nothing. If you compare the same thing with what you have to pay in Germany, that's like insanely more. So just keep an eye about it, see where you can take those things, and if it's really important at all for you to like study abroad, like just to learn the language, I don't think so. I don't think it's a great idea. Like you can study abroad anyways, but coming for learning language might not be the smartest thing to do. All right, Dhularia Dhruvil, what is profile evaluation? Dhularia, it's nothing but you just like send your details, you send your data about what kind of uh, profile you have, what kind of documents you have. Just a second. Let me respond to this. All right, perfect. I have completed C1 level certification from Max Muller Bhavan. So, is it beneficial or not? So, Veronica, of course, like C1 is a really good level of German language, which I think you should absolutely, I don't know, use anywhere where you can. So, even if you're coming for any kind of studying programs, it is going to be easy for you to actually apply here. It really depends on the universities, and let me show it with an example. So, for example, I write TUHH. Uh, yeah, so Sprachkenntnisse. And this is an important thing which you will learn because it's really different. So, for example, for TUHH, if you're coming for a master's course, here are the things that you have to take care of. Let me put it in English so that everybody can understand. So, proof of proficiency can be now if you have a German Abitur, that could be the proof of proficiency. If you of graduation certificate issued by a German student colleague, so like if you have done your student colleague, that could work. If you have a DSH test, that could work. If you have a degree certificate by a German university, that can work. This is why also I'm doing my masters in German, because afterwards if I have to show the proof of language, I can show it anywhere that look, I have done my masters in a German taught program, which is going to be like way easier. The Deutsche Sprachdiplom, and then for enrollment, you need the C2, Großes Deutsches Sprachdiplom. You don't like C1 is not accepted. Telk C1 is accepted. Goethe C1 is not accepted, but Goethe C2 is accepted. So like this is something which is important, which you should like keep in mind. And also you have to prove that you have learned German to at least B2.2. Uh, now so like till B2.2 level you need when you're applying for the program, like I've told you so many times. But till the enrollment you need to show any of these certificates. Now if I compare this exact same thing with another university in Hamburg, you will be like pretty surprised. So if I see HCU Sprachkenntnisse, if I see this, and you will see a huge difference here. And also here I think with test staff they have said so in test stuff, 3 point is minimum in all of the modules, and an overall grade of 4 is needed. Now look at HCU. Now this is a completely different university, still in Hamburg, and you will see how different stuff is here. So for German, Now you need the German. This Goethe certificate C1 is acceptable. Their Goethe certificate C1 is not acceptable. Goethe certificate C2 is acceptable. And again, you have the Telk C1. So Telk C1 is Hochschule is accepted in both. Now, if you look at test staff, here's another funny part. Here, you need to have three parts of the test staff exam with at least 4 points, and one part with 3 points. So again, this could lead you into trouble if you think in this one, let me just get 3 in 2 and 5 in 2 so that the average is 4. It might not work out, because like it might work out in TUHH, but it might not work out in HCU, because they're actually asking you that three parts have to be actually passed with 4 points and one with 3. So you just have to be very careful, and you can see the same with English. So in English, let's see what they're asking. In English, here they are asking for IELTS with just 5.0, which is like so easy. It is nothing. Like I think 5.0 everybody can get. Nah. I think in the next one they haven't really given the option of IELTS. Now this is the funny part. So in the another one you need IELTS with at least 7 band. Just a second. Somebody keeps on calling since such a long time. So 7 band here, 5.0 band here. So like it's so important that you are actually looking at all of these different things. What are the exact requirement? Because within the same university, this is the same university, this is HSU. And within the same university for different courses, they can have different language requirements. So like you should just definitely keep an eye out for that. So somebody just asked PewDiePie versus T-Series. Of course, PewDiePie. T-Series is a company, and I think like that's a huge issue. If companies become the biggest faces of YouTube, then I think like really the name of the YouTube is really lost. The purpose of it. Alright then, ask your question. We have 18 minutes now. Then I will go forward with the other stuffs. Really nice. We got a super chat from Shrije JK. Thanks a lot for your super chat. Really appreciate your support. 8.21 GPA. That's super nice. 6.5 IELTS. That's also really nice. 2 government funded projects. 1.5 years of experience. Relevant field owned startup. 1 international paper. 310 GRE. A1 German. Can I get RWTH or TUM? I to be honest, I really think like you can get both of them. So, and the main reason is because you have more than 1 year of work experience already. Till the time you are actually in the university, you would be having around 2 years of work experience. So this is again something which is really, really nice. And you also have 8th grade, 8 GPA, which is again not in the average level, but in the upper middle level. So let's keep going on with the next questions. All right. Rhythm Sane, my consultancy is asking for 50,000 rupees to apply in TU9 but guaranteed 100% admission. Should I apply myself or rely on them? Rhythm, to be honest, I really don't understand these people. I just don't understand these people. It is not possible at all. So even if things don't work out, you will be at fault because the consultancy said that they are going to give you a guaranteed admission, but I don't really take the guarantee of the consultancies in India very seriously. I actually have a huge problem with that. So you can just see like they aren't going to make your stuff a lot better. Like whatever kind of profile you have or anything like that, that isn't going to get better at all just because you're applying with that consultancy. Even if you apply by yourself, it is going to be the exact same thing. So Dori Doreen Naguli, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Thanks a lot for your super chat. Really appreciate your support. Yeah, I mean, these small things also help. Purnendu Sharma, thanks a lot. Bhaiya, your reviews about Language Pantheon. Do you have you studied from there? So I haven't studied from Language Pantheon, nor do I have any kind of affiliation with that institute. The only reason I recommend them is because I've met the CEO and I met the director of that institute when I was giving my meetup. And even though he offered his place, he really never asked for anything in return whatsoever. Like, I've personally found him to be a very genuine guy, and the results that the institute has shown every single time exa- there's a German exam, the results are really nice. So in general, I would definitely highly recommend you to go to Language Pantheon if anybody is near the New Delhi region, because it is a really good institute. Like, they can teach you German up to B2 level in just almost no time, which is extremely nice. God of Singh, I have done my mechanical engineering with 67% and have 3 years of work experience. Now, what to get admission in master's program? Please help me with your answer. So I think with this you can already like start applying for masters. All you need is just your IELTS exam. You need IELTS with 6.5 bands at least. Now, like I said again, it could be that the same university has a completely different criteria. For example, in HASEU, for one course 5.0 is fine, but for the other course they need 7 band. So you just have to make a list of the universities, you have to see what kind of requirements they have, and then you have to move forward. Nah, nothing really related to that. All right, so what are the other European countries do you suggest where getting PR is easier than Germany? So here's the funny part. Like, as much as somebody might think of me as a, I don't know, as an immigration consultant or something, I'm not. Like, really, I'm just a student too, and I don't really know the ins and outs or like all of the gray or illegal areas of immigration policies whatsoever there might be. So the reason I promote Germany and I encourage Germany is because of their really strong engineering related background, right? So this is something that I personally love, and also which I personally really admire, and that's why I also like put it out for other people. I do not see the exact same thing in France. France is also struggling right now with whatever price hikes they're having and the rate of unemployment and stuff. In Spain, it's a similar issue. Italy is also suffering. This Greece is already done. So there isn't really any better. Kartikeya said I missed his super chat. Kartikeya, I actually saw. Now I saw. So, good universities for artificial intelligence. Kartikeya, again, here I cannot tell you anything else other than just going to DOD and finding it out. And it's as easy as going here, going to the master's program. And the funny part is they have actually also added the CHE University Rankings database right with that. So this is extremely interesting for anybody who is applying new and who is, somewhat unsure about how to find the rankings and stuff. Although it doesn't really matter because all of the universities are really nice here. And then now we are going to see with that 10 results are popping up. So intelligent system, exactly. So for artificial intelligence, you can just directly see for intelligent systems. And 10 results come up again. Just go through this. I'll post the link here. Kartikeyan. It's too long. I can't. But I've showed you the process. Just go through that. Some universities are popping up. Just check them out. The funny part is like intelligence systems, artificial intelligence masters are there in Germany, but because they are in German taught programs, you wouldn't really find it like in the English taught ones. Bhuvneshwar Upadhyay, thanks a lot for your super chat. I really appreciate your support. All right, then we have 10 minutes left. 10 more minutes left, and then afterwards we are going to close the live session. How can we get scholarships, Veronica? For scholarships, you can come to my website, and I have an entire blog completely dedicated to this part, which is called Scholarships for Studying in Germany. And here there's actually even a proper list. Bhuvneshwar. Alright, Bhuvneshwar, just a second. Yeah, so this is a complete list, and here you can download, just a second, the scholarship list. And also, if you come to Facebook, which I'm not going to open right now, but if you come to Facebook, you can also find a list which one of our moderators has posted, and you can take a look there. Bhuvneshwar Upadhyay, sir, can I pursue my master's directly after my language course there in Germany? Bhuvneshwar, the thing is, you cannot change your visa. You cannot change your language learning visa to a student visa. So this is something you have to understand. What you can do is you can actually convert your, for example, you have a visa which is a student applicant visa, which you got with the conditional admit. So with that, you can apply to exactly, like with that you can apply for visa. And then if you had that kind of visa, if you have the student applicant visa, you can learn your German language, and then afterwards you can very easily, start studying your masters or bachelors, whatever it is here. Pradeep Bishwas, if I do my MBBS from Germany, can I practice in Germany without any entrance, or I have to appear for entrance like in India? Everyone must clear MC exam who studied. Pradeep, I made that video with the doctor who is also like practicing in Germany. You should definitely check that video out. I found it really, really interesting, and I think in that video he did say that you also have to write the MCI even when you are like studying from somewhere else and you're coming back to India. So, there is like, you shouldn't be too surprised. There is no workaround this one. Alright then, we have 6 more minutes left. Ryan Miller, thanks a lot for your super chat, Ryan. Really appreciate your support. Are private student colleagues worth it? If so, then can you recommend us some good private student colleague? So I think, again, for the private ones, I will go to the studentcolleagues.de website. The one that I have personally known to be really good is the one in Berlin. So you can just check here which ones are private. What it is showing is 2 are private. The Berlin one is supposed to be so in Berlin they also have 2. So the thing is, the list is a bit less here, but I would definitely like encourage you to go through it, and also like talk to the individual universities. What happens is, most of the times, because this website it has been updated in August, in August it has been updated, and it is nice that they have a lot of data already there, but sometimes some universities might not have mentioned what kind of student colleague they are collaborating with or something. So you can directly go and ask them. But in general, if you're going for a student colleague, then try to get the public one. If you don't, then you can also take the private one. It is not the issue about the quality or something. It is only the issue about money. If you get a private student colleague, just go with that. It's not a problem at all. The one in Dresden is really nice. And like I said, you can just get more information here. It has been updated on 13th August, which is nice, right? All right, I think we are heading towards the end of the session. So, first of all, thanks a lot for your audience, whoever joined in. And a super interesting and super nice announcement. Now you are having like 10% off on all of the online courses on my website. If you want to learn German, and if you want to learn German from the comfort of your own home, then the nicest is that you could just take an online course, and Michael is actually doing a really great job. I also made a video with him, which I'm going to link in the description too. He has teaching experience of over 20 years, which is extremely nice, and he has been teaching German to a lot of different people. And now he created his own online course, which you can get on my website. And also for the studying in Germany course, it is a complete course with a lot of videos and a lot of really useful material. So you can, all right, so I missed another super chat, just a second. Yeah, so again, this is also a very good course. You can just definitely take a look at it. And the first lesson is for free also for this course, the German learning course, and also for my course. All of the details you can find on my website. You just go to the courses tab, and there you have the German course from Michael. The jobs and internships course is also coming out soon. Maybe before Christmas it comes out. I'm not really sure about it, but I'll keep you guys posted on Instagram. And for my course, you can enroll there. And this is Michael's course, where you can get 10% off with the coupon code Bharat in Germany. So anyways, this was something which was really important in any case if you want to apply for these things. But again, 4 minutes left. Shikhar Chaudhary is asking, bro, consultancy is charging me 1 lakh rupees for applying in 7 colleges for masters in CSE. If not, then 65k refunded. Should I go for them? Shikhar, I don't know, man. Like, if you get a written contract from them, then great. Like, you can spend your 1 lakh rupees. But I would rather say you can also save your 1 lakh rupees and actually invest it in the blocked account which you will be making, because making a blocked account also takes around 64,000 rupees, right? So not 64,000, 8,640 euros, which comes up to somewhere around 15 lakh rupees. So if you save your money there, it's going to be the same exact thing if you apply by yourself or you ask somebody else to apply. What important is, and for which I also made this course, is that you are actually able to understand the platform, the studying platforms there, how the culture is when you get to study there, how you can apply on your own and stuff like that, and what are the working environment, what are the taxes, and every single information is in the course that I've mentioned on my website. So you can just go through it. You can see what kind of course content it has. I have actually put a lot of time in that, so that I just made sure everything is already covered. So you have, is Germany the right place for you? This course is completely for free. You can watch it. Then you have this lesson. Then what lifestyle should you expect in Germany? Then why Germany is the best country to study in? How much will be the salary? Then the income tax and social contributions and stuff. And then what is the scope of bachelors, masters, and PhD in Germany? So like all of these different things is something which is really important and which will actually help you out to be able to make your decision better about the university, because country, of course, it's a super nice place to study in. The market is booming right now, and yeah, like, to be honest, like, with the immigration laws liberalized, I cannot really think of a better situation right now, but it is going to get worse, that's for sure. For now, it is nice, just for the people who want to come now, nothing else. That was pretty much it, guys. I think with this, I'm going to stop today's live session. Thanks a lot for everybody who joined in. Was really fun to talk to you, and I'll see you next time, hopefully. Maybe not. I'll see what I'll do with the live sessions, because I'm also not really enthusiastic about it. Maybe we pull out the live sessions like away from the YouTube channel, Vlogs is also something I'm thinking about. Yeah. Again, so like just some thoughts in my mind. I'll let you know how these things are going to work out in the future. But for now, yes, most probably we'll have the live session again next week. And if that happens, I'll let you know in the Instagram. Nothing sure for now. Again, thanks everybody for joining in from whatever cities you came for, from whatever cities you're joining in from. Bye bye. Have a good night. I'll see you in the next video, hopefully, not in the live session. Yep. Alright then. Bye bye.